Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Gamecock Chuck coming to you today. Not really a whole lot going on in the college football landscape right now. We got SEC Media Days next week. Very excited to see and hear what the coaches and some of the players have to say before the 2023 season kicks off. So next week, like I said, starts Monday and runs through Thursday, I believe it is, 17th through the 20th. So make sure you guys check that out, especially if you guys like the SEC. Check out the SEC Media Days. It should be on the SEC Network starting Monday. Hear all your favorite coaches, and some of the coaches you do not like will be on there as well. But this video is basically going to be about some of the top matchups of week one that I've seen a list of on Twitter. Somebody put a list of some of the top matchups for week one, and I pulled 5 off of that list that I'm kind of interested or intrigued to check out in week one. Lot of good matchups, probably more than just these 5, but these are the 5 that I saw and the ones that I like. You guys jump in the comments, let me know if I missed any, or let me know some of the ones that I didn't put on this list. Hey, like I said, you have an opinion, drop it in there. Let's go ahead and get started. Before I do that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you like college football content, if you like Gamecock content, you're in the right spot. But if you like college football content, do not be deterred by this, by this channel, by the name of the channel. Just hit that subscribe button, like this video, share this video, and hit the notification bell. So when I put out my content, you guys get notified. Like I said, these are 5 matchups of week one of the 2023 college football season that I'm intrigued to see. I want to start off by saying that the first one, not really in any order, just the 5. I just kind of jotted them down. But the first one on my list is LSU and Florida State. Last year was a great matchup. Florida State ended up pulling out the victory 24-23. These are 2 teams hungry to improve on what they did last year. LSU went 10-4, won the SEC West, played Georgia in the SEC Championship game and got beat down by Georgia, just like everybody else that played Georgia last year. But they're looking to get back to the SEC Championship game, and they're even more hungrier this year than they were last year. They're returning Jaden Daniels. They got Logan Diggs from the transfer portal. Malik Neighbors, wide receiver. Keyshawn Butte, I think he's back. So they're loaded on offense and defense. Florida State, same thing. Jordan Travis, he's back. They added, both of these teams added from the transfer portal. Both of these teams recruited at a high level last year. So interested to see this matchup of 2 veteran quarterbacks. Travis is a senior and Daniels is a junior. So excited to see what these 2 quarterbacks can do for their teams and how they can lead them in this matchup. I expect this game to be another hard-fought matchup. This game we played in Orlando. It's supposed to be a neutral site game. I think last year they played, I don't want to get it wrong, but I believe they played in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Louisiana. And then this year they're going to be playing in Orlando. So I don't get the whole neutral site game if it's in the one of the team's home state. It should be a home and home game, just like any other game. I mean, they shouldn't be playing these neutral site games, but that's just my opinion. That's another video. But getting back to the game, like I said, LSU and Florida State should be a great matchup. I'm expecting it to be a good defensive matchup with some good explosive offensive plays mixed in there as well. And I expect it to be no different than the way it was last year as far as a tight ball game. Not going to really say who I think is going to come out on top. But should be a great matchup. Looking forward to seeing that. Sunday, September the 3rd. Like I said, it's going to be played the day after the the week 1 opening games on September 2nd. So it's a good mix-up. You got your Saturday games. Well, you got your Thursday games. You got your Saturday games. You might even have some Friday games. I don't know. But you got your Thursday game. You got your Saturday games. Then you got your Sunday games. Then you actually got a Monday game as well. So we got football that whole weekend. Excited to see that. But like I said, this should be a great matchup. One that I'm looking forward to. The second game that I'm looking forward to. This game I'll actually be there in person because I'm a Gamecock fan, of course. So I'll be in Charlotte September 2nd that night, 7:30. Taking on North Carolina. These are two teams, the Battle of the Carolinas, the border battle, whatever you want to call it. Drake May, a Heisman Trophy contender, from what everybody's saying, will lead North Carolina up against Spencer Rattler and the Gamecocks, Juice Wells. This is going to be a tone setter game for both of these teams. South Carolina, if they can get off to a win, that may booster us to a great season. If we lose, it could be the opposite. Who knows? Same thing with North Carolina. If they can pull out a win against an SEC opponent, that'll set them up for possibly a good year as well. Like I said, it's going to be a great matchup. I'll be there in Bank of America Stadium cheering on the Gamecocks. But like I said, I'm just intrigued to see this game. North Carolina has lost a lot of talent on the offensive side. Defensively, they're not. Let's be honest, they're not a very good defensive team. So this should be a matchup this should be a game that could turn into a high-scoring matchup because, to be honest with you, South Carolina's run defense wasn't that good last year. So if North Carolina's got any semblance of a running game, it could be a long night for South Carolina. It could be, like I said, could be a high-scoring game because North Carolina's defense can't stop anything. So, but who knows? South Carolina did go out and get a new defensive line coach in Travian Robertson. Used to play at South Carolina back in the day, so you never know. He led Tulane. He coached Tulane's defensive line last year, improved them a whole lot. Seen how that worked out for them in the bowl game against Southern Cal last year. So we shall see. Who knows? South Carolina may have improved a whole lot on the defensive line side, but like I said, this is an intriguing matchup. Just like I said, it could be a tone setter for either one of these teams. So looking forward to seeing that game as well. The next game 3 on my list, Florida at Utah. So the Gators travel out to Utah to take on the Utes. Two teams, in my opinion, well, one team's going in, seems like they're stuck in a rut with Florida. The second year of Billy Napier. Their spring game looked like, from an outsider that really don't know a whole lot about the football program, but from an outsider looking in, it looked like just hot garbage at the quarterback position. Don't really know who's going to win that job or who's going to take over for Florida since Anthony Richardson left. But you got them on one side, then you got Utah on the other side with Cam Rising. This guy's been there for how long? It seems like he's been there forever. But this is his 10th year or something. This Joker's been at Utah forever, it seems like. But this is going to be a matchup of, I think, what is a really good Pac-12 team and a mediocre to bad Florida team, in my opinion. Florida may be lucky to get to 6-6 this year just by looking at their schedule and just what they got going in Billy Napier's second year. So, but I'm still intrigued to see this matchup. Last year, Florida beat Utah, but they had Anthony Richardson. They do have a great wide receiver and Ricky Pearsall. So, they got talent. Don't get me wrong. Florida's got some talent. Just do they have the quarterback to lead them, to guide them, to take them, take the next step to get them where they want to be as a program. But like I said, it should be a great matchup. This game is actually the one that's coming on Thursday, August the 31st. So I'm very intrigued and very excited to see that game as well. I'll be checking that game out. But moving on to game number 4 is Colorado and TCU. Colorado travels to TCU. Coach Prime, first game as a Power 5 head coach. He brings a team that was flushed and revamped using the transfer portal. Brought in his two sons, Shedeur and Shiloh. Shadeur's going to probably more than likely be the quarterback. He is going to be the quarterback. I don't even know why I said more than likely, but he's going to be the quarterback for this team. They got Travis Hunter. He also transferred in as well. Outside of that, I really don't know a whole lot about Colorado, but I know Coach Prime is going to take a couple years for he can get some good Power 5 level caliber players in Colorado to compete at a high level. So you got Colorado, like I said, coming into TCU. Sonny Dykes, his second year, had to replace Garrett Riley. Garrett Riley went off to Clemson, so he brought in Kendall Brown, brought in Kendall Browse from Arkansas. So, can TCU have that magical run like they had last year? Make it to the college football playoff and all that. So we shall see. Should be a great matchup. One that I think TCU probably going to dominate. They are highly favored in this game, but we shall see. Go back to other games. North Carolina's got a slight favor on South Carolina, so that, like I said, should be a good matchup. And Utah is favored over Florida right now. But getting back to TCU Colorado, like I said, it's going to be a great matchup. I'm going to be very intrigued to see that matchup, see how, Coach Prime and his team looks, in year one under him. But like I said, there's a lot of building left to be done out there in Colorado before they can get to the level that they should be at as a Power 5 school. Next on the list, the final game, number 5, is West Virginia at Penn State. Now, this is a huge matchup. A big game for both of these teams, in my opinion. A lot of people are high on Penn State this year. James Franklin. Can he finally, get this team past the Ohio States, past the Michigans, and into the college football playoffs? Me personally, I'm not high on Penn State, to be honest with you, because they've lacked offense here lately. I mean, they play a good, solid defense, but offense has been something they've been lacking, in my opinion. But we shall see. They take on, like I said, they welcome in West Virginia to Happy Valley. It's the first time they played West Virginia in Happy Valley since 1991. So, like I said, this is like a rivalry game. I saw online the other day, I think this is considered a rivalry. I want to say so from what I read. But, I mean, this is a game that West Virginia loves to get up and play. It's against Penn State, especially anytime they can beat them. And it'd be even special if they can beat them in Happy Valley. Penn State is heavily favored in this matchup. For the West Virginia side, this is Neil Brown's, what I consider and what most West Virginia fans consider is a make or break season for Neil Brown. And it's not going to start, to be honest with you, it's not going to start off good. I don't think so. Unless they can somehow miraculously, walk into Happy Valley in a whiteout on a Saturday night and upset Penn State. I think he's definitely his seat's going to get hotter after this matchup. Not that it ain't already hot enough. So, but like I said, these are my 5 matchups that I'm looking forward to seeing in week 1. I mean, y'all get in the comment, let me know if you guys are intrigued about or excited to see Duke welcome in Clemson to Wallace Wade Stadium or whatever. Throw it in the comment, let me know. But y'all let me know y'all's comment on this video. Let me know what you guys think of these 5 matchups. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like college football content, especially if you like Gamecock content. Just right place, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it a lot, do them things. Till next time, Gamecock Chuck, I'm out. Peace.